Hi, I'm Paushali Lass. I live in Germany, in Düsseldorf, and I originally come from India. I lived in the UK, and I'm involved with food a lot, food and cultures. So I have an international business background, but now I'm full time into organizing culinary events where different cultures can come together and learn about each other. So my family and I, we lived in Asia for a few years in Singapore, and then we came back to Germany. And then I wanted to start my own business in kind of doing something that promotes the rich art and culture of India. So I actually started a sustainable fashion business, and that was very successful until Corona hit, and people were on lockdown. And then several of my friends and acquaintances asked me to offer like online cooking classes because they love my food and all. So that's how it started, and then it became like so popular, and so I just had to really switch to food business. And then I was also offering some takeaways. Yeah, actually that's a very good and important question because I think where I originally come from, so I was born in the city of Calcutta in India, and Calcutta, or Kolkata it's called now, it's known for its coexistence and tolerance. And the family I come from, we all love food, and so I think that really shaped my um, relationship with food. I come from a city of tolerance and coexistence. So, yeah. So I think food is a very powerful way to connect people across cultures because, when you're eating food at a table, you're sharing food, and there are no religions or class or countries really as such, but you all come together, and there is a sense of togetherness, belonging, connection. So it is a very powerful way to connect people. And also when you eat food, especially food from, let's say, other cultures, and you don't know about that, it's kind of like way to cultivate curiosity and also understanding, trying to understand other cultures. So I think one of the things is really it dispels a lot of myths that you hold about other cultures. So, for example, I'll give you an example. When I do Indian cooking workshops, a lot of people are like surprised, and they say, "Oh, this is Indian food." And I say, "Yes, this is Indian food," because India is so big and it's so diverse, and many people don't know that. They associate India with only certain curries or butter chicken or whatnot. And I say, no, it is way beyond that, because India was a country of also of immigrants and settlers and people coming from different regions. For example, Middle East plays a big role in Indian food because a lot of the food originally came from the Middle East. And then when people settled in India, then the food got adapted to by using local spices and things like that, local ingredients. Or when the Portuguese came to India, they got some of their food, and which again got adapted to Indian culture. So what we have is then a new type of food based on people coming from different cultures. And then when my um, let's say cooking class participants eat that food, and they're like surprised, they're like, well, we didn't know Indian food would be like that. So, and that's the same with if you do like, if I get a Mexican lady to teach Mexican food, and then I see, wow, I didn't know that about Mexico. I didn't even know that Mexico was so diverse. And because I knew Mexican food as only, let's say, tacos. So um, a it develops a lot of like curiosity and learning about other cultures. Let's say samosas, which was also called in Middle East, like I think sambusaks, so kind of a fried pastry filled with meat and pine nuts. But in India, we have the deep fried pastry pockets filled with potatoes and peas, or sometimes cauliflower. So I would use that. And then I would also have khichdi. Khichdi is like, I think it has different names across the Middle East. In India, we call it khichdi. So that is basically a dish of rice and lentils with some vegetables and spices. So when I have that, when I have these two dishes, for example, then it gives a chance for the people to talk about their how these two foods are used and eaten in their countries. A few years ago, I had organized a big birthday, sort of birthday lunch at my place, and um, so I know people from different backgrounds, and be it friends from a personal level or knowing through work, or yeah, from different backgrounds. So in that birthday lunch, I had my German friends, friends who are Germans now but originally from Venezuela. There were other Indian friends, there was Syrians, Moroccans, so a wide variety of people, and who would not have connected with each other if it was not through me, because um, for example, my German neighbor would not have known my Syrian friend who I was learning Arabic from. So yeah, so they were really all happy to know one another. This is how I grew up. Like, India is India is a secular country, and where all religions have equal rights. And while most of the people in India are Hindus, but there is a substantial Muslim population in India, as well as people of all other backgrounds. Now, where I grew up, when I was young, that was the city of Calcutta, and then I moved to New Delhi, and both are cities where people of all different faiths exist. And I love to give this example of when I was growing up in Calcutta, and it exists even till today. There is a bakery, a very famous bakery called Nahum's Bakery, which was owned by Jews of India with Baghdadi origin. They were famous for their Christmas cakes, which is, Christmas is a festival of Christians, but which was celebrated by all backgrounds. So Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, they all ate this cake, which became like a symbol of Calcutta, really. So the fact that it was made by a Jewish bakery was not so much in the forefront as this particular cake became the symbol of Calcutta.